Afternoon, people. Bondo here. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today's installation is I'm Still Stupid. We're going to do a couple different things. We're going to get our driveway resealed. To do that, we not only got to get that Buick fired back up, we're going to have to get it and move and park it in the side yard for a little while. But first, we have named this Pearl. My wife did. It turned out pretty cool. I still think I'm going to buff the thing out. See, it's still kind of silver, but it's got blue hues to it, little spots here and there. Wanted to kind of make it look like the sky. Just a little blue there. Hood's a little blue. I just changed the oil in it. It's got 124, almost 5,000 miles. She's pretty clean. Anyway, she will be the only one like it in the parking lot. Save these vent visors. I got a roll of double-sided tape. I'm going to cut this stuff on here and get these babies stuck on. We're going to do that while you guys listen to a little bit of music.
Stop your complaining and embrace the separation. You're a far cry from what you were. Addiction so contagious, with your happiness unstable. You seem willing but unable to let go of yourself. If you think that you will be just fine tonight, when every time you fall feels like you'll lose it all, you can't feel sorry for yourself if you can't feel a thing at all. Stop yourself, I'm so tired of the lying. Perfection can take lots of time to find. Stop yourself, I'm so tired of the lying. You drown yourself, you're falling, not flying. Please fix yourself. Just rise from the ashes and heal yourself. Your new life is calling you. It's calling you.
All right, in that time, it took me 10 minutes. It took you just about a song, maybe a little less, depending on what song I choose to pick. And again, I want to reiterate, thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe. Help me grow this. I don't know whether it'll get any better, but I'm sure I'll find some interesting stuff to do along the way. And, you know, I do this as much to help finish my projects. I also love music. I've been involved in music for most of my life, and I thought, you know, I see all these videos and stuff people are doing and whatnot, and they either have some canned music stuff or whatever, because all the copyrights and all that kind of stuff. What I always like is original music by original people. So I play that on my station. Everything was you hear, the people have sent me the music, or it is music that I have created myself, along with some of my friends and stuff, and a few different projects. The Ministry of Science, the Street Cult Leaders. I have some personal music under Mondo Bondo. You can find that online. You can find some on YouTube. And this and that, so check that in addition if you need to hear any more of it other than what you hear in my videos. But anyways, that's kind of boring. We're going to get the other side put on or whatever. And we'll give you a little walk around when we're done. Alright, got them things installed. They really do. They're pretty helpful for cutting down the wind and stuff like that. When she's delivering the mail, you know, she has to have her window down. So just that little bit of, that little lip, that vent visor or whatever, yeah, it just does a good job. Does a good job of keeping the wind down. And plus they give it, you know, gives it a nice look. Oh, gives it a nice look upside down, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to get some new decals. Even though I use some painter's tape, masking tape, it still managed to mess things up. Anyways, our next order of business, we're gonna reseal the driveway. So this big old Buick, we're gonna have to get her fired up and running and stuff, and yeah, we'll do that, and we'll be parking here between these two tarped vehicles. All right, we've got the old girl fired up. We'll let her run here for just a second, warm up or whatever. Then we're gonna move her. See how she likes it. This thing I moved it forward last time I made the video, but haven't really driven the thing. I haven't driven in a couple years. And even when I did drive before, I didn't drive it that far. Get this air ride wired and stuff like that. We'll run her a little bit more and try to get back to where she's roadworthy. She sounds like she's doing all right. Give her a little pull back and forth. See if she wants to move. This is still the original 3-speed on the column. Everything about the drivetrain is original. With the addition, it's been converted to 12 volt, you know, to help run the compressors and all that, and a little bit more reliable electric. She's not happy, guys, but we're gonna move her anyway. Huh? We ain't got to go that far, right? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll just set you here. They'll get you part of the action anyway, right? I'm having a hard time finding first gear. We're gonna go for it. I'm not sure it fell off. We get a stick. It's alright to be a little loud, right? Car sits slow. I'm having a problem finding first gear. Ugh. Alright guys, we got her dead. And our brake pedal stuck to the floor. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, I think she should do for a new set of plugs, right? There's our cherry bomb. We left it behind. We didn't need it today. Oh, and I just saw a Nash Metropolitan, people. We're gonna catch that. We'll get this girl fired back up, and we're gonna pull it forward a little bit more. You know, it's nice, because we're gonna work on the brakes before we move this again, because she's too big a girl not to have brakes. Better just pull her up forward here just a little bit more. Ah, heck, she's fine like that today. We're gonna leave her right there. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go round up my pressure washer and all that kind of stuff. Yeah! It's down there. They ain't got shit. This thing looks pretty good.
Yeah, if I get the new bed on, it'll be real nice.
Yeah, actually, I'm taping the video for YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You want the world to see your truck?
I'm gonna do a burnout for him.
Huh?
I'm gonna do a burnout for him.
Pull him in the driveway. This is this is my buddy Rusty. He's out for a drive. He's driving by. Huh? Yeah. I've never got to look at it really. Very cool.
Yeah, I wish you had a little Harrier cam, man. I just got an RV cam.
Yeah.
But you know,
That's cool.
you ain't no racer. I just like,
Huh?
I just like to
Yeah.
play with it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I want to get the other bed done. My bloody man died on me, so
Right.
I can't believe I got hit this in my driveway. Just kept on going.
Well, I mean, you can still drive her.
Oh yeah, I really didn't.
It's-
hurt it, didn't hurt nothing.
it makes it custom.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Ouch! It hurt a little bit, I guess. I put ouch on there.
Right. Heck yeah.
I'll just take it out today. I've had it out for a while.
Right on. I fired the Buick up to evict it from the driveway. I'm going to put a new coat of sealer on there. Yeah, so it wasn't, that's the first time that thing's moved. For a couple of years, and she was kind of pissed off about it. But she did it. And my brakes ain't. Yeah, I should have checked them before I looked, but I didn't need the brakes going uphill.
Huh.
Yeah, that's probably just low in fluid or something. It's pretty cool little truckie though. And back had a nice little visit with Rusty and his S10. And now we're gonna do some pressure washing. The pressure washer, I bought that at an auction a couple months back for $5. Did not have the hose on it, but I had another one of these pressure washers I bought at an auction. I paid $15 for that one, and the manifold was cracked. So whenever you run the thing, it would leak as much water as it would spray. This one, I have the water turned on, the water's hooked up, and it's not leaking. So you guys are gonna try this out with me for the first time. Let's see, it looks like we have an on switch. It's probably choke. I don't see any kind of prime. I did put some fresh gas in it. Hey, maybe the choke's the other way. Maybe it don't run. Well, piss. Oh. There we go. Well, you guys, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a battle. So I'm going to get this figured out and I'll be back when I do. Alright guys, turns out my little tip that I had in there, it is plugged up, not letting anything through there. But, so I found this is the fine point tip. I have the medium point tip on there now. So you guys, I'm going to do a little of this and you guys enjoy the tunes, man.
Mitä oikein teen? Keinotekoinen kajo, sorminäppäryyttä, etsin ystävää, joka minustakin välittää. Ois varmaan ihan kiva nähdä. Nyt just ei pysty kamalasti tehtävää. Naama ajaa ja pestä pää. Valheita niistä näistä, joista en irti päästä. Toimii molempiin suuntiin, joskus kai luotiin. Sitten sai osuman luodin. Tahdon nähdä muita, olla hyvässä seurassa. Silti se ahdistaa, onko vika minussa? Varmaankin minussa. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Onko se kammo, pelko vai laiskuus? Pahalta se ainakin suussa maistuu. Kaikki ei oo hyvää, joka voissa paistuu. Vai onko se jotain alkukantaista? Itse suojelua villipedoilta. Kaiken karvaisilta. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Sosiaalinen, yksinäinen. Yksinäinen, typerä ja itsepäinen.
I'll find a way, make a better life. I'll find my way. Don't hesitate. Stop living your life and rise and soar. Dedication to the sky. I'll make a wish to rise above.
turns out my little tip that I had in there is plugged up. Not letting anything through there. But, so I found this is a fine point tip. I have the medium point tip on there now. So, you guys, I'm going to do a little of this. You guys enjoy the tunes, man.
said we'd cry, cry, cry. You said we'd cry. You said we'd cry. You said we'd cry when we die. When we die, we all came to see what shoes you wear, what shoes you wear. Dreaming dreams of dreams, dreaming dreams of dreams, taken away like an ocean wave. Hold your head up high and be proud. The devils and the demons, the devils and the demons, the devils and the demons will always be there, will always be there. Careful what you wish for, careful what you wish for. It may not always be fair. You walk amongst the gods, you walk amongst the gods. All I can hear is a sound.
devils and the demons. The devils and the demons will always be there. Will always be there. Will always be there.
Alright guys, our $5 pressure washer did the job. We're gonna sweep the stuff out of here and then let this dry, and I guess what we'll do next, we're gonna stir up some seal and we're gonna put it on. I know it's exciting, but you know, you guys are getting to listen to some music. And like I said, to me that's just as important as the videos. And it's not exactly car content, but it's a place where you park cars, so that counts, doesn't it, right? Alright guys, I'm back. As you can see, the driveway is dry now, so I'm gonna open me up a can of stuff here. This is your, I don't know, wasn't the cheapest kind, wasn't the next cheapest kind, about the middle of the road. Never used this kind. Jet Coat, 6-year warranty, driveway filler and sealer. This works. Get you a screwdriver as a tab, pop out on it. And take me some pliers, grab a hold of this. Oh, and just peel it off. Now we got that opened up. This stuff is set for a little while, so we're going to stir it up. This is a highly advanced thing known as metal rod. It's the first thing I found. I like to set my stuff out here at the end. Because maybe if nothing else, it'll keep people from pulling in. So we already had that happen. That Rusty's a pretty cool guy. He stops by to see me every once in a while, and every once in a while we do a little dealing in the Hot Wheels. Get this, before I do anything else, you get this stuff on you, and you have to use gasoline or something like that to get it back off you. I'm sure I'm going to get it on me, but I'm going to use some gloves. Oh, these don't even match. You guys don't care, do you? So I know I don't. Whenever I'm recording something, it seems that my neighbors like to run a blower or run their mower or something like that. But you know, that's what we do. We just live here in Little Hawkins, a nice mellow town. If you're ever in the area, feel free to stop by. There's not really too much to see in Little Hawking, which is kind of the reason that I like it. This stuff stirred up pretty good. I don't feel any solids in the bottom or anything like that, so maybe it's not that old. All right. So we'll get him and set it somewhere where you're not going to immediately step on it anyways. We'll just get it out here because we'll be using it again. I have a brush. Then I have this little deal. I got it in an auction. Got it and the brush and a couple other things for $1. So this is what we're going to use. But yeah, so another 10 minutes for you and a couple tunes. You enjoy the tunes, and you see, we're going to make it black again. Hello, it's me again. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the tunes. And yeah, you suffered through a bucket of this, so I'm gonna throw a couple more buckets down and be back with you. And please like, share, subscribe. Next week I hope to go down to the Swampstock Mud Bog. Get the guys to check out some mud bog in action. So we'll see how that is. But anyways, for right now, see you in a bit. And it's a little bit later. And I'll show you what we've done. Hope you guys have been having fun. Had a good day. It's not quite dark yet. See the sun there. Not too bright. Anyways, it's like 3.5 buckets. We still gotta dry and stuff like that, but that looks much better than what it did. I got a little bit more to paint up there on the concrete up there, but I'm just gonna use black paint for that. So I'm gonna use the remainder to redo my sidewalk. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in and hope you enjoyed my, I don't know. Not every day is a car day, so I guess some days I'm not going to have car content, but I'll give you some music and maybe you learn. I don't know. Basically, when you saw me tapping the little broom, basically that was to get the excess off of it. Is when I'd go to rake and put my rake back on it or whatever. You leave a little pile of stuff, but if you do a little tap, it'll knock it off, and it's not going to drag and it'll end up looking a little bit better in the end. But anyways, you guys take care. See you next time around. Bonsai out.
Should I get out